Yeah. Great question. Well, number one, wear a shirt. Definitely just take the time to wear a shirt.
That's not not a thing. Like wearing a shirt is not a helpful tip. Like unless you're at the beach or at the pool.
Since the pandemic, if you'll let me finish, I didn't realize that you have to wear a shirt everywhere. I'm sorry. I thought I'm sure that I'm not the only one that walks around in their underwear and goes to meetings and parties like that.
This makes my dad laugh. I need to get my yum-yums in my tum-tums. Something I've never heard in my life. I don't know who my son's father is. Based on this thing, he's a 22-year-old man who carries around love in his pockets, eating ice cream. I need to get my yum-yums in my tum-tums.
Sick of hearing about everyone's big dick. I'm getting
Bill Hader's big dick.
Tired about everyone's big dick. Can we all just shut the fuck up about it? Like, okay, sorry, right?
Now I'm the only person left. This is what happened. I tuned in. You motherfuckers. This is what I get. This is how I'm treated. I'm a guest. I showed up last minute as a guest because they said, we need somebody. I said, guys, I got you. I arrived. I came in. Boom. I set up the lights real quick. Guys, 30 minutes ago, I was in therapy. And now I'm here hosting a Twitch stream? What is Twitch? What are we doing? Now I'm doing a monologue on Sheer's Twitch? What's happening? Hughes, what the fuck is going on, man?
Guys, my kids just took over my computer and shut me out.
Jerry, can you show us some dog handling techniques and tips?
So this is it. So we run with the dogs. Come on. We're running. And then we run and we stop. And we sit, boys, sit. Sit, boys. Show them. Sit. Guys, sit.
Jerry, are those your dogs?
We got them for the show.
Don't know.
Super cheap rentals. And because of COVID, you don't have to have the handler. They just gave them to me.
He's thinking about and then the butt thing, he's like, well, I'll see what this leads to. I don't know where this is going.
Wait, so you're saying to sexually turn on a dog during a dog attack?
I don't think it's sexual. I think it's just biological.
Well, when you say kissing, I'm assuming that's a sexual.
Oh, yeah. No, like friendly kissing.
That's not
like European. Have you ever been to Europe?
I have actually been to Europe. I've been to all the countries in Europe.
What's your favorite part? Well, I like
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursdays with Rob and Paul, but no Rob, because Rob is having technical difficulties. So it's just me. Thank you for sticking around. We started a little bit later tonight because of a faulty MacBook adapter. Rob is sitting in his hot garage right now, probably watching this stream. I hope he didn't just go inside his house to spend time with his family, because what a waste. He's going to miss a big, fun show. People, I'm back. Was away in Europe. Went to London, and Paris, and Scotland, and Northern and Southern Ireland on a How Did This Get Made tour, and it was amazing. The audiences all over the UK and Ireland were unbelievably amazing. I kind of fell in love with Scotland. Scotland was a great place. But here's what I'm going to tell you. All that traveling, you have to make sure that your kids are always full of content, because when you're asking them to get on a 4-hour train ride from London to Edinburgh, they need to have things to watch. They're not going to just play cards, look out the windows. No, they need content. And now my older son, Vanilla Ice is a basketball fan. He loves basketball. As a matter of fact, the saddest thing that I did in Europe was stay up until so late to watch Clipper games that were airing at like 3:00 in the morning, my time, or 7 p.m. here on the West Coast and 3 in the morning in Paris. But you know what? That's how much of a fan I am. Anyway, you need to get content for your kids. So I have gone through and I'm trying to find interesting stuff for my kids to watch. And Vanilla Ice as a giant basketball fan, and I stumbled upon this series that I never knew existed. It's a LeBron James animated cartoon show called The LeBrons. Okay. Now, I did have some issues with that because his name is LeBron James. So it should be the Jameses, but it is the LeBrons. You know what? I'm on board with it. I'm on board with the LeBrons. I didn't know the LeBrons existed, but I downloaded the first 2 seasons. I want to show you what is going on the LeBrons, because it is, I mean, let's just get into it. Molly, can you play a little clip of maybe season 3 of the LeBrons? And every episode starts like this.
I know you love it when I ball out. I know you love it when I come through. I know you love it when I do it big. I know you love it when I hustle, when I grind, when it's go time.
In this episode, Wise is going to clean up the junkyard. This is where the kid and his friend play basketball at, but it needs some refurbishment. So Wise is going to do his part, but Calm on the other side, some other group is trying to turn into something different. And Eric has a surprise for all these guys. Pretty funny.
All right, pause it. Every episode starts with LeBron setting up what you're about to see. It's like masterpiece theater, but with LeBron. And I'm loving it. I am loving the LeBrons. I love that he's got to bring us in slowly but surely to this show. All right, so let's watch some more LeBrons.
You see the lights, the fame, you see the bling, but you should meet LeBron before he became king. Yeah, this is a story kind of like then. My little homie kid growing up in Akron, trying to be an athlete, we can all witness. Hoping he can grow up right, handle business. Gotta show love to his friends and his fam. World on his back, wise like an old man. Cause if you think he's just a ball player, still pay attention, you got it wrong, player, for real. Cause life isn't always fun and games. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, LeBron James.
All right, pause it. So now we know why it's called the LeBrons, because there are 5 LeBrons in one LeBron, the business LeBron, the old man LeBron, the athlete LeBron. There are so many LeBrons. So now we know the LeBron show is about LeBron James's multiple personality disorder. That's what I'm taking away from this. He is one of everybody. Now, here's the thing. This is not an argument about LeBron being the GOAT, one of the best basketball players of all time. All that. I have no shade on LeBron. I will say this. Whoever let this animation style go past LeBron should be fired. I mean, LeBron should have better animation than like a Korean cartoon that you find on Netflix, like Super Planes. Like, that's what this looks like. This looks like this was animated. Like, it's like, yeah, we could give you a whole animated show. What, $150 an episode? $150. I do think, yes, this is deserving of a reboot, but let's watch some more of LeBron's. I mean, as someone's called it here, let's watch the LeBrons, a Sims animated show.
Check it out, y'all, for LeBrons.
And so, my first act as mayor, besides accidentally shutting off the power at City Hall, is to clean up the long neglected areas of our community.
All right, so pause it.
Man,
So immediately, I again am confused because I thought that was all LeBron's personalities, but no, that's not LeBron. That is just an old man. Now, can we go back, Molly, to the beginning, to the theme song? Because I thought it was all versions of LeBron, but let's just watch it one more time. Here we go.
You see the lights, the fame, you see the bling, but you should meet LeBron before he became king. Yeah, this is a story kind of like then. My little homie kid growing up in Akron, trying to be an athlete.
Pause it.
No witness.
So one character is the kid, and that looks like LeBron. But now I'm beginning to believe that the kid is LeBron, but it's not LeBron, and the athlete is actually LeBron. I'm confused. Normally, I'm used to a theme song. It's like Meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy, his daughter Judy, his wife Jane, his dog Astro. Let me know who I am. Like, these theme songs should let me know. Right now, I am confused. Right now, I think I'm watching like a reenactment in court. It's like you couldn't afford to get like great animation, so you just like, this is how the person fell off the roof. This is basically Anatomy of a Fall as a cartoon show. All right, let's watch this. Here we go.
Hoping he can grow up right, handle business.
All right, so that's the business LeBron.
To his friends and his fam, world on his back, wise.
His why. He's just why.
He's just a ball player.
But
pay attention, you got it wrong, player. For real. Cause life isn't always fun and games. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, LeBron James.
Okay. Woo! I am confused once again. I thought this is a show about multiple personalities. Now I'm thinking these are all different characters, but when they're introduced, those are not their names because for the old man, it says Wise, but then LeBron in his intro said that was Eric. Oh my God. All right, let's watch this opening scene. See if we have any more context here.
Check it out, y'all. It's the LeBrons.
And so, my first act as mayor, besides accidentally shutting off the power at City Hall, is to clean up the long neglected areas of our community.
Man, the junkyard sure does bring back memories. Remember when we used to come here as kids and I schooled you guys in horse all day, every day?
Right. Now tell me about some of your other dreams.
And now I'd like to introduce the coordinator for today's cleanup and my new consulting chief of staff and second lieutenant in the Army Reserve, Bryce.
Thank you, Wise.
Pause it one more time. What is going on in this show? This is a 5-minute cartoon, and that old man is the mayor? He says, as mayor, my first act. Then he alludes to how he shut off the power. Now we're just watching, like, this is a kid's cartoon? I don't know who that friend is of the kid. And I still don't know if we've met LeBron James. And is this LeBron too? Is this a town of LeBrons? Like his version of The Sims, but they're all LeBrons? All right, here we go. Let's keep on watching.
Honor and a privilege to serve you and this community.
Honor and privilege? Man, please. He just playing so he could be the man.
Seems cool to me.
Nah, I see right through his game. I'm downright sagacious. Look it up.
All right. You've all been assigned your teams. So everybody grab some tools and let's get to work.
Okay, so
team,
again, pause it.
Bring it in.
I've watched Super Planes. I've watched Paw Patrol. I understand on a level what's going on here. So far, it looks like LeBron's coming up. So far, what we're to understand is that the mayor, old man, the mayor, his first act as mayor is to clean up the junkyard. Not the streets, not the community center, but the junkyard, which to me seems like the only place that should be dirty is the junkyard. That's like saying, like, we need to clean up the dump. Like, no, that's the only place that should be dirty. So, I am a Paw Patrol expert. Thank you so much. Look, I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. The fact that I found the LeBrons, I was so excited about it. And then when my son was confused at the LeBrons, I had no idea what to tell him. All right, keep on. Hopefully this is LeBron.
Clean up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Clean up!
Clean up.
Whoa, hey!
Wow. His
First of all,
intensity
that's
is
not LeBron's voice
inspiring.
at all.
And a little
LeBron
scary.
did not do voice work for this.
Oh, man, that's on the duck. Irregular aerodynamics. Technical foul.
You want to make those shots? You gotta focus up. Okay, fellas, show me what you got.
All right, wait a second. You cannot have a show where someone has LeBron's tattoos, is dressed like LeBron, and has that voice. That voice is not LeBron. Hey, man, like LeBron shot wraparounds for the LeBrons, the United States of LeBrons, where everyone is a genetic clone of LeBron. Not a bad place to be. But that's not LeBron's voice. Who cast this? We need business LeBron in here, and we need to ask him who greenlight this. All right, here we go. What do you got?
All day.
Oh, man.
Psst, kid, check this out. I told you Bryce was a player.
What? Well, you really think? Nah, come on. Bryce is cool.
Cool and smooth. Man, look at that. See? I told you. Nothing gets by me, bro. I'm sagacious. I bet he did. Kid?
Hold on. What's up?
Hey, kid, Bryce was
Just holding your hand. I saw. I'm not blind. I'm sagacious.
Kid, it's cool,
Pause.
man. She cut her hand on a
All
piece
right.
of glass.
So, woo-wee. All right. Yes, as you've pointed out, LeBron James seems to be voiced by Ron Howard, and this is already not a kid's show. All right. I get it. It's fun. They're cleaning up the dump by doing things that appear to be basketball. But now there's like this weird flirtation with the kid's girlfriend. Is she the kid's girlfriend? And I guess that kid is named Kid. So we introduced Kid, but Wise is not Wise. I don't know. And we're worried about AI. We don't need to be worried. Like, we need AI to make this better. All right, here we go.
I was just patching her up.
What's up with you, kid? It's not like you to jump to conclusions. That
Pause it 1
sounds
second.
more like...
Is that a DeLorean in the backdrop? Is there a full... Did Marty McFly park his DeLorean? Look, when you watch this scene as we continue to play it, I believe that is Marty McFly's DeLorean abandoned in the dump. All right, here we go.
Condor.
Me? I didn't do anything.
Do not lie to me. I know you put those ideas in his head. Sagacious? Please. That's your stupid word. Let's go, girls.
Sorry, Bryce. We cool?
Always.
Man, that's on the duck.
Listen to this. The cleanup was a tremendous success and will certainly help the mayor move on from his power outage debacle.
I was trying to send out one of those tweet things.
Oh, hold up, Wise. Check this out. It says the junkyard's targeted by a developer to build luxury condominiums.
Condominium?
No surprise. That's a prime piece of real estate. Should have thought of that myself. Okay.
Shoot. We didn't set the table so somebody else could eat the breakfast. We got to put a stop to this.
Wait a
I
second.
got
Pause
you
it.
back,
So wait,
guys.
this show is hypothesizing that because they cleaned up the dump, the real estate went through the roof, as if a developer is like, I like that piece of land, but it's got so many old refrigerators on it. I can't see how we could develop this. And who is this show for? This is a show about stopping. Oh my God. All right. So the old man can't send a tweet. What is happening? There's problems being solved. They have cleaned up the dump. This is they are the problem of this episode is that they are getting rid of the junkyard. But I guess at the same time, it's sort of like, I guess it's like, it's an episode about gentrification, I guess. I mean, Business LeBron seems to think it's a great idea. Again, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how the mayor shut off the power by trying to send a tweet. All right, so let's see what else we have here.
Us too. We're in.
You buying that line?
All right. Stop on 3.
Okay, I think we're done here.
What? Too much? Too soon?
That's it. That's the episode. That was it. That was a whole episode. All right. I have seen. He's back.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Paul?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm not sure whether you thought that you were going to do the show without me.
Well, I was just, I was trying to.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, someone's saying that when I said gentrification, someone said ventrification. I did not say, or is that maybe? Well, I said gentrification, but go ahead.
You said it. You said it right. My problem with, I got a couple things to say.
Yeah.
LeBron James is a dear friend of mine.
Oh,
and I don't talk about it a lot because I don't like to name drop. And I know you're a big Clippers fan, but I didn't know that you were going to come on here and start slamming the creative work of a dear friend.
I didn't realize. I mean, I know that you probably are. This is a series created by LeBron James, so this is what you're taking umbrage at.
Yeah, I'm upset because I thought that was quality entertainment. Okay.
Wait a second. Did LeBron James actually voice that? Marley, go back. We got to see here. How much do you know? Are your kids watching? I mean, is your child watching LeBron, the show,
no,
the LeBrons?
No.
Business is just LeBron. LeBron James doesn't play the athlete. He plays the bit. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm so lost in this show. This is sorry. And I'm so sorry that I'm making fun of a dear friend of yours.
You're making fun of a dear friend. And also the reason why I'm late, I was just digging around my garage and, I was having some audio problems and some Wi-Fi problems, but then I found some clues that someone has been in here tampering with my stuff. And I'm wondering now if it's you. Were you trying to sabotage my StreamYard Wi-Fi setup so that you could go solo and do whatever you want?
So I could just sit here and slam LB, the king. I could take a look at the LeBron series that I now feel guilty that I made my sons watch. Rob, I was thinking about you and I was like, you know what? I think Rob has an issue today because the heat in that shed of yours must be really uncomfortable.
It's a little hot down here, but I'm also, to be honest, I'm a little bit late because I just got back from OJ's funeral, and he was also a dear friend.
Sorry, OJ who?
Orenthal James Simpson.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills running back, famed Hall of Famer.
Yes, and
Orenthal.
don't even get me started with your whole conspiracy theory that no, this is terrible. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go with this bit?
Look. All I'm going to say is that
all I'm going to say. I'll say
the juice.
The juice is loose now.
The juice is loose to run free in heaven.
He's looking for the killer up in heaven.
I will say this.
Patton and Dana Gould had some great stuff online today about all this, but
Patton tweeted the juice is toast.
The juice is toast. He also had Dana Gould had something like, if the coffin doesn't fit, you must. Worm. I can't remember.
And, look, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but when that dead is shady.
He's a bad dude. What's a bummer is I don't know.
Somebody said the cancer was acquitted.
Yeah, I feel everybody's saying that I worked with OJ on Naked Gun. Yes, I am Leslie Nielsen. No, it's a bummer that some of these news outlets are I don't know. It's just I feel bad for the families of the Brown family and the Goldman family. That's what I feel bad for. Having to go through this now.
Oh, to see it again and have everything brought up again, 100%. Yeah. I will say that what was interesting about OJ is only about a week ago, he got on TMZ or had a tweet and he's like, "Hey, everybody, everyone's saying I'm dead. I'm not dead." And then a week later, he died. Yeah.
Wow. That's
it's a bold move to get at. Like, I mean, clearly, I guess he was sick. I mean, that's what I'm learning today. I didn't even really click through any of the headlines. I don't
didn't
care
know either. It was prostate cancer, I think, which
Oh,
I
wow.
thought he must have had that for a long time because that's a slow going cancer. But we can get off OJ. I wanted to ask you very quickly how your trip to England was, and if you heard any funny accents. I know you were in England and then Ireland, and you are so good at accents. I wondered if you picked up any,
That's right, bruh. That's right, brother.
That's
a wee
great.
bit. That's right, brother.
God, that's good. That is good. You should try to get on like Peaky Blinders. Do they still shoot Peaky Blinders? You'd be great on that.
It was so funny because when we were on tour all over the place, and while my kids understand that people have different accents, I think what was kind of mind-blowing to them is our first international trip. I don't think that they were used to like going to a city and seeing everyone speaking the same language and having a different accent. I think that was the difference. Like, they've been to different countries where people speak different languages, but like to be in, Scotland and hear it, they were like, whoa. And they thought it was so cool. And so my oldest, Vanilla Ice, really tried to speak like a Scot the entire time.
Yeah, that's a tough accent. Yeah.
He really dove right in. But man, it was awesome. London was amazing. Paris was fantastic. We just had a great, I wish I even had anything fun to say about it more than we had an amazing time.
Yeah.
And
was the food shitty? Everybody says the food is not great in England, but I feel like
Rob, that's a misnomer. There's amazing restaurants there. I will say this very quickly. We gave up on trying to find food for our kids. I was like, my kids want Papa John's and they want mac and cheese. And those things are going to be hard to come by in Belfast. And
they don't have Papa John's. The Papa John's guy doesn't do his own commercials over there.
It was one night I was driving to the theater in London, and I almost as if on cue, I was like, Gus, it's not like we're going to drive by a Papa John's. And then we drove by a Papa John's. I think the only Papa John's I've seen. There's some surprising things that I saw that I was like, oh, that made it all the way over here. Shake Shack is in London.
Wow. But they pronounce it differently. They say Shake Shack. Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Give me a custard.
Papa John's. Papa John's.
Papa John's. Please, sir, may I have a Shake Shack?
Please, sir, may I have some pizza?
Our hotel was in Soho, and Soho still has this like vibe of kind of like old school New York City 42nd Street. Like, there's a lot of sex shops and windows with a lot of provocative stuff in it. And it was hilarious that we always knew we were close to home when you would see men in bondage gear or like scantily clothed women. It was and we just didn't know how to kind of play it.
Explain that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we didn't.
In Pasadena, there's a Hustler store, and we'll drive by. We'll pull up to a traffic light. My daughter will just be in the back and be like, is that lady wearing a bathing suit? And I'm like, yes, that is a bathing suit. And, there's like a mannequin of a guy with like a chin dildo, and she's like, what is he? I'm like, I think that's like a finger. Maybe he's got like a, everybody is different. Maybe he's got like a long finger that grows out of his, I don't know.
My son picked up a postcard and said, this woman has no nipples. And what it was is, I guess you can get away with having like a naked woman on a postcard if you just CGI out their nipples, which just creates a very disturbing image because it looks like you're looking at a picture of a naked woman, but something has gone awry.
Something's missing.
Something, and it's a little blurred.
When I was little, my mom took us out to LA. We didn't live out here, and we came out here, and I remember walking down like where's like what is that, Hollywood Boulevard, like where all the sex shops are. And so but at that time they had someone with they used to hand out little cards for like phone sex. Like it was, a million years ago when phone sex was a big thing. So there was just cards everywhere of like phone sex numbers.
By the way, you were great at that.
Oh, thank you. And, but there was like naked girls on the card. And I remember being a little kid and just like, grabbing these cards and like putting them in my pocket and being like, oh, I got to save this for later. And I remember thinking like, one day I'm going to move to LA. It's going to be so great. And here I am, baby.
You did it. No, those like, I remember I found as a kid a Penthouse air freshener that somebody clearly just tossed out of the window of their car. And I held on to this, like it had been in the rain, it had been out there and it kind of slightly faded. And I was like, yeah, I got this air. And I kept it in my little safe in my room.
Pre-internet, but that was when you had to work to find pictures of naked ladies. You'd just be like, oh, me and my brothers would go back in the woods and we would find.
Why were people leaving them in the woods?
Teenagers would build forts back there and they'd go back there and, look at Playboys and Penthouse. And me and my brothers would come along when they weren't there and be like, oh, wow, let's go in this fort. What the fuck? You just find a box of porn. We'd be like, whoa. And that's when I knew I was going to live in the woods. Yeah.
I always will remember that whenever we talk about this kind of stuff, what I always remember is the sketch that we shot on Human Giant where it was a gas guzzling competition was the premise, right? Everyone would line up and if you could drink the most amount of gas, you would win. Now, obviously, if you're drinking gas, you're going to die, go blind, and your character was going to enter this gas guzzling competition. And we kind of had this, like, we found this little shack for your character to be in. And it was like on the property of a cemetery because we're shooting another
cemetery. Yeah.
And it was basically like the gravedigger shack at a cemetery. And we went in there.
This is real. Like real, where we happened to be at a cemetery and we just needed like me to walk out of a door. So yes, it's the gravediggers like hangout. Go ahead.
Yeah, we went into that gravediggers hangout, a real life thing to shoot this thing for your character, and it was just covered in pornography. It was wallpapered with pornography.
Dude, that was a bummer. This is good. I don't know. We probably shouldn't. I don't want to take this show down too dark a turn. I heard that you do not want to be
buried in a pet cemetery.
No, that's fine. You can be buried in a pet cemetery.
Good.
But I have heard that you do not want a male mortician like embalming you. It's more widespread than you think of weirdos having sex with dead bodies. Like more widespread than you think.
Molly, do we have like a breaking news alert that we should be popping on here? Because I've never heard this.
Can you get us out of this, Molly?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Rob, I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit, and
I haven't seen you in a bit. I went on a hike today. I went on a long hike here in Pasadena to a waterfall. It was beautiful. Me and Seth.
Saw you and Seth. Yeah, because Seth was posting a video of you posting on Instagram.
I was making a video for my daughter, and I turned around. He's videoing me, but oh god, it was great.
Well, Rob, before you jumped in, I was saying that I subjected, my oldest son is very into basketball. I subjected him to in an attempt to find something for him to watch because we were doing a ton of traveling and we were on this European tour. So it'd basically be every day at a different place. We would kind of do a fun activity. Then we go back to the hotel, then we pack up and then go to the next. Like we were just moving, doing shows. And so I had to have a lot of like iPad content for them to get through. And I found this LeBron James cartoon called The LeBrons. And I was like, this is bizarre. And then I remembered, and I wanted to see if you remembered this cartoon. Molly, I'm not even going to set it up. The one I just sent you, the other one. Do you remember this? Oh.
Whoa.
The Rambo cartoon. Now, check this out.
Whoa. Look at his muscles.
Rambo. Anywhere and everywhere, the savage forces of General
Warhawk threatening the peace-loving people of the world. There's only one man to call. Get me Rambo.
So this is a cartoon.
From the canyons of skyscrapers to the canyons of
Whoa, he can ski.
Do everything.
champion is unstoppable.
Oh, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. He can race cars?
Hey, look at this.
No!
Oh,
I thought that was
Protector of the innocent. Rambo, the force of freedom.
I mean, that's a violent cartoon. I mean, there's plenty of action sequences in here that are crazy. And I was like, this is nuts that this is like, we were like, oh yeah, this adult movie would make a great kids cartoon.
Yeah,
like
I
when would we ever do that?
1986. Wow. I don't remember that. I wonder what channel that was on. Did you ever go through a stage when you were little or growing up where you had, I don't know what your room looked like, but my mom had put wallpaper, like nice wallpaper up in my room. So I could never have posters. It was like a big thing that like I couldn't never have posters because, it would fuck up the nice wallpaper.
Yeah, I know. My mom had that same thing. Yeah.
I was so mad. And so one time I got to be whatever, a certain age, and I went to like the mall and I got a big Rambo poster and I brought it home and I was like, fuck it, man. I'm 12. I can do whatever the fuck I want. This family has to learn to deal with it. And so I put up this Rambo poster with like thumbtacks. And it was just like that. It was just like Rambo with no shirt on with a fucking machine gun, just ripped. My mom hit the roof. She was so mad. But that's my only memory of Rambo. I never saw the cartoon.
Well, it's so interesting because it's like, I mean, that idea that your mom, like coming into your room with that, like my kids have so much shit on their wall and they will sometimes like put it up. Like right now, my son's bed, they have bunk beds and his bunk bed is absolutely insane. It's like there's a towel that he got from a Kansas City Chiefs game that's hanging down from the top. So when you're in there, you can't quite see one side of the bed. There's giant like Pokemon stuffed animals. And then the wall is like full of stickers, calendars that are old, posters, photos. It is like a full-on collage. And June's like, we have to take this stuff down. I'm like, you can't clean out his thing, but like they're covered. Their walls are covered. And I like that they can do it. But man, oh man, we once, it's uncomfortable when people come in and there's literally a 7-foot tall Kawhi Leonard on the wall in their bedroom, like a literal 7-foot tall walls decal up.
I wish I wish I'd had stuff like that. If I only could have expressed more of my personality, I would be more evolved as a person.
Rob,
I wouldn't have to go to therapy all the time. I would just be,
What if your mom was super cool and got you you know what, Molly? I'm going to actually send you, I see what you have loaded up. I want to send you the actual thing because I want to show you this thing that is going to maybe blow your mind.
I got a couple.
Oh, you got some clips too? Yeah. I want this one may stay on theme for 1 second. I'm just going to show you one thing because this is pretty badass. Hold on. Sorry, Molly, and sorry to watch me Google. But I'm good at it and I love Googling.
You're really good at it.
I mean, like sometimes.
Do you work for Google?
I've been trying to get in there. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get this copy link. I send this to Molly. All right, Molly, get ready for this. All right. What have you been up to?
Man, I have been the waterfall that I hiked to today. I went with my daughter's first grade class on Monday which was fun but also terrifying because it's a pretty for first graders it's like a hard hike. You're like hiking through the river and crossing streams and like
never cross the streams.
No. I've heard that. But so I did that on Monday and then I've just been dumb business bullshit.
All right,
I got pitch and shit like that.
Nice.
Oh, we went away for spring break. We went to I went to the East Coast. I went down to South Carolina to see my family, which was really fun. Met up with my brothers.
I saw some pictures of you on your Instagram with all your brothers out there. You all look nice and clean, and it looked like
Well,
a
that was
very
Easter. Yeah, that was Easter.
Okay.
So we tried to keep it clean on Easter. And yeah, we had a great time. I went to the beach, and the grandparents came down, and we just partied in South Carolina on the beach. And yeah, it was beautiful. I had a great time. Saw a
By the
lot of
way-
alligators,
Whoa.
which was like, have you ever seen an alligator in the wild? It's like really
only at
scary.
Disney. I've seen
Yeah.
them on the property at Disney, which has gotten Disney into some trouble too. But yeah, it's great. I would be scared to see an alligator out in
It's
the wild.
it's pretty scary. Yeah, I was playing golf one day, and my ball went over by this lake, and I was just about to hit it. My brother's like, "Yo, man, you better watch what you're doing." I was like, "Whoa!" There's like a 12-foot alligator, like just sitting there on the bank.
My kids
yeah.
have gotten really into golf because they
Mm.
started watching Happy Gilmore. So when we were in Scotland, they really wanted to golf. So we went golfing in Scotland with the kids. It was
Wow.
so amazing. And they took to it really, really well. But it was, Scotland's beautiful, and like this golf course was amazing. And I wasn't used to actually like being out in the wild. Like I feel like we're in these very manicured LA kind of
Oh
things.
yeah,
and,
like
when you're in
Scotland.
Scotland,
I think golf came from Scotland. I
Yes.
think, if I'm not wrong. And like their courses are like, it's like playing on the moon. There's like no trees. It's just like crazy grass and hills.
really
and-
was
yeah.
an intense experience. It was fun as hell, and you were walking for a long time. So on Easter Sunday, How Did This Get Made did a sold out show in, I believe it was Belfast. I'm not positive, but we did a sold out show on Easter Sunday, and I was talking about where we had been, and I was like, "Oh, we've been having such a great time." We were in London a couple of nights ago, and as I said London, this guy yells out, "Fuck London!"
Wow.
And then the whole audience started chanting, "Fuck London!" And then this, like 1,200 people start chanting, "Fuck London!" Fuck! Like on Easter Sunday, it was a glorious,
Wow.
glorious night. I was like, I was afraid that we weren't going to sell any tickets. It's like Easter, but no, man, they came out and we made a shirt that is Gerard Butler screaming, "Fuck London." But it was so, I've never met in the UK an audience more up for chanting shit. There's a
Somebody
shirt
was there. Time Bomb Man was there.
Oh
He
my
said
gosh,
in the comments.
that was amazing. Thank you, Time Bomb Man, for coming out. So Rob, this is what I wanted to show you just a second ago. We're talking about, look, Rambo, clearly not a kid's property at all, a rated R movie about a Vietnam vet who has a hard time coming, like with PTSD. He's had a hard time coming back in, and then when he comes back in, they try to kill him, right? So like that's what we're starting, and someone's like, could be good for kids. I think kids will like the story. And so much so, check this out. Here we go.
Imagine you're Rambo with your machine, ordered to take position 19. Rambo, force of freedom. With the Rambo power cycle, you got what it takes to track the enemy down, make them shiver and shake. Rambo.
Those are his friends. He's got guns.
Now, you got
Doesn't matter. Shoot him.
You're fighting for justice, fighting for right. Rambo, force of freedom. The Rambo power cycle with headband included by Coleco.
Well, Paul, don't you remember the famous scene in Rambo where he jumps on the power cycle and he's riding along on his little big wheel?
I
And he
mean,
goes,
the
he
fact
shoots the
that
bad guys.
at least G.I. Joe, it seems like they're playing along with G.I. Joe. This seems like a kid on a a trike that has a gun aimed at kids. So much so the kids are running in fear of their life and they have to put up the white flag. But at one point, when you watch that commercial, he's ready to fucking kill his friends. Like they're not dressed up as like, they're not pretending. He's at least putting on the thing. But watch this. Yeah, Molly, put this in there. Look at when he targets his own friends.
Yeah. He looks like your son.
The headband is included, thank God. All right, so this is when he targets his friends. It comes up here. He's looking for his friends. Where are they? There's the gun. It's out there. And again, where are my friends? Where are my friends? Okay, there they are. And watch him go. He's got him in the sights, and you'll see he's gonna boom. He's ready. He's ready to fire on his friend.
Shoot him. Yeah, this kid's already got the white flag. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, could you
one.
imagine again? being in that pitch meeting and going like, all right,
Yeah.
so it's like
Well-
Hot Wheels. It's like a trike, but it's got guns on it.
What about a big wheel where you could kill all your friends? What about that?
Every kid wants to be Rambo and kill his friends because he's mad at them. One friend's that dirty cop, one's the other. One's that guy who's he's a liberal. Hunt down your liberal friends and kill them dead in the street.
That was also, I mean, in their defense, that was before school shootings were a thing. Like no one was. It was like fine for kids to shoot each other because it was like that would never happen.
Sure, yeah. I mean, but this kid is hunting them down.
Oh yeah. He's really good at it.
Rob, there's so many things I've pulled. What do you got? Yeah,
I want to show you a couple things. Molly, this is called Hoops Nation. It was a clip I sent you. This is you love basketball.
I love.
I know you like. I think this is at a Clippers game. You may have seen this clip, but it's a great interview with one of the Clippers. I don't follow basketball, although I did watch the women's championship, which was awesome.
Oh my gosh, I watched the women's semifinals, and that was such a great game. Controversial call at the end, even though a lot of people tell me it's not controversial, but I want to say it's controversial. Sports Bros was our take.
If you got a hot take on sports, you gotta watch Sports Bros. It never gets old. We should have made that way longer. Sports Bros. Okay, Molly, do you have that clip? This is, I think, yeah.
Oh my God, Rob!
106-93.
We were just joking about this last night. This happened like 2 years ago, when Christina Pink fell, and my kids have crushes on Christina Pink. Yeah. And we were like, remember Christina Pink ate it? Like, because she's always like running around. Like we were watching her on Sunday at the game, and she's like running from backstage to the stage, the court, back and forth. That's so funny that you play this again. This is an amazing clip.
It's crazy.
Go try out.
Clippers are winners 106-93.
I don't know what happened because she was standing.
Okay. Yeah.
She is okay. Christina Pink. This is again happened like about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And but I believe there's another angle. Molly, can you type in Christina Pink fall, because I think you can see it on camera, but she's not even moving. It's like the floor started moving on her or something.
It's so crazy. It's like and it takes people a minute to like react to her, like it seems like
this is what I'll say. That's Amir Coffee. I like Amir Coffee. He's awesome. He's the best. You see how concerned he is. She falls. He goes over. He like looks at her. There's a clip of the quarterback for the Rams. That's Matt. Yes.
Stafford.
And when a person falls off the stage, he walks. He goes.
I know. Yeah.
That's why we can't root for the Rams in this family. June's like, we will not root for that man. All right, this is the other angle. Here we go.
As well as 5 threes.
Horseplay. Sports Bras.
After a great performance tonight, Amir, what got you going in the early part of this game?
Staying aggressive. We did a good job moving the ball from side to side.
Sports Bras.
So I think that water may have been the culprit. We'll see.
Yes.
I saw it coming. I had to get out of the way.
Y'all want to go tell me? Yo. No, but like I said, we just.
I love that we know it's coming.
I'm so nervous.
For closers, as my buddy Brian Seaman loves to say. Amir,
Brian Seaman.
Yeah, Brian Seaman. I love Brian.
Today and played crucial minutes at a time.
Where is it? It's going to happen.
Team has needed you the most. How have you consistently been able to contribute and deliver?
It's at the very end.
Right.
She says, "Go shower."
This is it. I think it's right.
Up and downs all season, so just staying ready, putting the work in. When your name is called, just go out there and compete.
Your name's been called, and really this team been up and down over the last couple of weeks. How much did you guys need?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
So nervous.
For sure.
I know
so nervous.
It's like a horror movie right now.
Yeah.
So we just went to practice, went to film, buckled down on what we needed to do, and came out and executed.
Go dry off.
Oh.
Clippers
It's-
are winners.
Now I
106 to
realize
93.
why they always have so many people mopping the floor during the game.
Yeah.
I've always been like, come on, who cares if it's sweaty like on the floor? But there's always like 5 guys out there. Like,
Yeah, they have to go get that down, and like you see them like kind of like going there. Somebody said that's the true anatomy of a fall right there.
oh boy. Well, she also shouldn't be. She's probably wearing high heels because those guys are all like 7 feet tall. But like, yeah, I don't know if she can wear those shoes.
I love Christina Pink. She's great. Brian Seaman, also one of the premier sports announcers. Rob, I'm having a book party for my book which you're invited to, and you know you're invited to it. And Brian Seaman might be there.
I RSVP'd and I said I would only come if Brian Seaman was there.
Well, Brian Seaman said as long as there's not a playoff game, Brian Seaman will be there.
Is Brian Seaman a good friend of yours?
I am a fan of Brian Seaman. He and I have become friendly, and we'll see each other at games. He, and I just, look, he's one of the voices of the Clippers. I feel like he's in my head. He's a great play-by-play and color announcer. Makes the funniest jokes. And I'm sure
we keep saying the name Brian Seaman over and over, but I'm remembering today at OJ's funeral, he was not at OJ's funeral. So,
well, you're probably not covering OJ's funeral. I mean, it's,
I was at OJ's funeral today and Brian Seaman was not there.
It's so interesting. They got him in the ground so quickly.
Well, I mean, why not? Why not? He's dead. Like, why not put him in there? Why drag it out?
Pop him in. Thank you. Russ Clark says, as a Bucks fan, he's a very good unbiased commentator. Yeah, he's he's fun when he's on your team, but he also knows what he's talking about. He's good, and he also sometimes will curse the other team by saying, Giannis has not missed a free throw attempt in the last 5, and then he'll miss. He does actively curse other members.
Now, this is not. I want to show you one other clip, but it doesn't have.
Can you imagine being the guy who's bearing OJ and trying to get the shoes or the gloves on? Man, hey, can't get it on. Can't get this.
Can't get this glove on. Do you think OJ is going to be buried in gloves?
Just one.
just one glove. I'm not sad about OJ. I'm a little bit sad about the end of Curb. I'm way behind on Curb, but I do have a clip from the end of Curb. Have you seen the very end?
I watched the last episode, yes.
No. But have you seen behind the scenes when Jeff, your friend Jeff is like, this is the final, he just kind of like puts it to bed.
Yes.
And I just think Larry's reaction is so great. Molly, do you have that?
This is great.
And this is your buddy Jeff that did the league.
That's a wrap on the funniest show ever!
I want to say something. Larry David has treated me like a god, and all of you have. And this is the greatest experience of my career, and I love each and every one of you. I'm honored to be working with arguably the greatest sitcom writer in the last 2 centuries. And God bless all of you. And thanks for being so sweet to me.
You're welcome.
I was just thinking about you because my entire life changed when I met you.
And our crew, oh my God, you guys, thank you for everything. Larry, I love you.
Watch Larry.
He just walks away.
That made me laugh so
Oh
hard.
my
Just
God.
like Cheryl, like Larry, I love you. God bless
it's
Richard
such-
Lewis. It's and he's just like, oh boy, these feelings. I'm not comfortable with these feelings.
I love Larry. The end of the show was so funny. Him and Seinfeld have such funny bits in that finale that
I haven't watched it yet.
They're
gotta
just
watch
great.
it.
And they have nothing to do with like the main plot. It's just like the two of them doing dumb bits. It's such a funny show, and I was such a fan. You know who's not going to watch
OJ.
OJ will not. Yeah, OJ will not watch. You know who's not going to watch the last episode of Curb? That is Millie Bobby Brown. Molly, can you show Rob this? Millie Bobby Brown. Last time we talked about Millie Bobby Brown, she said that she loves to just get up and pet her llama and drink a kombucha, and then she drops this quote. Molly, can you read it? Because I can't see it clearly or cleanly here.
Oh
Hey,
boy.
Molly.
Hi. Okay. Millie Bobby Brown says she doesn't watch movies. Quote, I don't watch movies. People come up to me and say, you should definitely watch this movie. It would change your life. And I'm like, how long do I have to sit there for? Because my brain and I don't even like sitting for my own movies.
It's a lot. It's a lot to ask. 90 minutes. 90 minutes is a lot. Wait, is she really a flat earther? No. Someone said in the comments she's a flat earther.
Well, I mean, look, she's not being exposed to much stuff. I mean, the last time we checked, she's got a llama, a kombucha, and she's not watching movies or TV. Oh, wow. So, I mean, look, no one under 20 watches movies. I get it to a certain degree. I mean, I would argue that, look, they watch a lot of Mr. Beast. It seems like she's not watching anything by that thing. But, to talk about dumb people, this is something I really want
talking
to
about OJ? Is this
talking about OJ?
Trick? Okay.
This week, we all know about the eclipse. The eclipse is a big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
How was your eclipse?
I didn't even remember that it happened. I just got back from time, jet lag. Everybody in my family watched it. I didn't watch it. I didn't care. I get it.
I was with a bunch of first graders hiking to a waterfall, and I was supposed to distribute some eclipse glasses to them.
Yeah.
I forgot them. I said, guys, just look at it. It's fine. You'll be fine. And now I got a bunch of blind first graders. So,
oh my God. Well, you know what? Like, that's the dangers. That's the dangers of it. Well, speaking of having blind first graders, I want to show you what happened after the eclipse. This is another YouTube video, but this is a great one. Here we go.
Relevance over the last 24 hours. Peaks at 3:20 in the afternoon Eastern at the 100% interest level, the highest that you can get on Google. Let's see who was interested in it. Everybody from Maine to Texas was interested in this thing. It's pretty much a straight line. Shout out to West Virginia, who was 100 interested in it. They were very, very interested in why their eyes were hurting. Path of totality of the eclipse, Maine to Texas. Congratulations, everyone. We've done it.
Wait, that people were Googling why their eyes were fucked
Why
up?
my eyes hurt, and it was directly correlating to people staring at the eclipse.
No.
Literally, like the dumb. We are. I mean, I want to watch it again. Just it's the dumbest.
Country, the dumbest.
And if you look at it, just watch it one more time, because now that you know the context, it's
relevance over the last 24 hours. Peaks at 3:20 in the afternoon Eastern at the 100% interest level, the highest that you can get on Google. Let's see who was interested in it.
100%.
Everybody from Maine to Texas was interested in this thing. It's pretty much a straight line. Shout out to West Virginia, who was 100 interested in it. They were very, very interested in why their eyes were hurting. Path of totality of the eclipse, Maine to Texas. Congratulations, everyone. We've done it.
Yeah, because all those fucking idiots in those fucking states were like, well, the Trump looked at it. Trump, he's fine.
Why my eyes hurt? Just to capture the stupidity by a Google search, like that you could literally see that at 100% interest of why.
And it peaked. Like you couldn't have more Google searches of it than that. That's so
exactly at the moment when it happened. And what's so even funnier than that is like people are like, oh, like this is what it must have been. Oh God, why my eyes hurt immediately? Like it's like you just looked at it, you idiot. It's like why am I bleeding?
Why can't I see what I just typed into my phone? The search, I can't read it. Oh my God.
Why do my eyes hurt?
That's okay. I have a palate cleanser for you.
Okay.
Because, well,
do we need a palate cleanser? I mean, I thought that was a nice and fun one.
I got a little upset about how dumb everybody is, but I have something that will give you a little break. This is a dog video, Molly, that I sent you. But wait, before I do this, did you get a new dog that I have not met yet?
Yeah.
You had to think about it? You don't know whether or not you got a dog?
I thought I told you that we had a dog. That's why I was thinking about it.
Molly told me, and I have to come
Oh,
meet him.
you're gonna love Bingo.
Dude, Rob, stop.
You gotta love Bingo. I mean, I would love to tell you about Bingo. I mean, Molly, can you put that picture up that you took of Bingo, that beautiful picture?
R.I.P. Meatball. Someone says.
Give me a
R.I.P. Meatball.
Yeah. R.I.P. Meatball. Meatball is dead. Long live Bingo, who we just officially adopted last night. We've been fostering him for about a month, and he has been really a wonderful addition to our house. We love Bingo, and we found out last night though his original name was Blue. And now we're a little conflicted because it's a good name too. We like Blue, but we've been calling him Bingo for about a month. So I guess.
Wow. Where did he come from? From a foster group?
Yeah, he came from Angel City Pit Bulls. And an amazing organization that have been really wonderful. What do you got, Molly?
Well, no, I was just wondering. I'm not a person that has kids. Isn't a Bluey's a dog?
Bluey is a dog in yes.
Yeah.
And her sister's name is Bingo, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah. Bluey's got a sister named Bingo.
I only know that
Bingo.
the child stopped me when I was walking.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Look at him. I love
that
his
is
eyeballs.
Yes, he's got different colored eyes. He has good eyesight, but which is
How
rare
old
for
is
a dog.
Is he a puppy?
We think he's about 2 years old. We had heard that he was 2.5.
Yeah.
Then we've looked at his paperwork. Somebody said, no, he's much younger than 2.5. Then we thought he was 1.5 years, but now based on his paperwork, because there's an interview with his original people, we are pretty confident he's like 2 and some change.
Yeah. And does he have any kind of manners, or is he kind of learning?
No, he's great. Molly's been with him. I mean, how is he with you, Molly?
We're madly in love, and I want to yoink him and keep him for my own.
He's such a gentleman. He's a fun little guy.
So sweet. He's so smart. He is well behaved. I'm just looking through my pictures if any of them are.
He is super playful. Like all he wants to do is like if he'll chase a ball for like 12 hours. Like he is ready to go.
Oh, what a sweet
gorgeous.
guy!
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's apparently part pit, part bulldog.
Yeah, he looks like he might have a little. He looks a little bit like Meatball. A little bit.
He's got a little good face, and he's super cuddly. We've been having such a good time with him. But yes, we have a new addition in our house, and that is our friend Bingo.
Okay. Well, in honor of Bingo, I want to show you another cute dog video. This was a video I sent Molly. This is a husky that got loose, and his owners couldn't find him, so they used a drone to try to go search around the woods near their house. And I'll show you what happens. Can you make that bigger? Anyway, he's with some fucking grizzly bears. Look at this.
What? Oh my God.
He's just chilling with some grizzly bears. I don't think he's in that shot, but watch, they're flying this drone. And then he's just like chilling with these grizzly bears for a few days.
Whoa,
and then he went back home. They must have just thought he was like a wolf or something. I don't know. Isn't that crazy?
And they
Watch,
seem
this guy
so.
He kind of
give him a little
swats him
correction.
here. He gives him a little pop right there.
Okay,
isn't that crazy?
Gentle. That is, and
Just
by the way, where is
chilling.
this house? Like, there's just a multitude of bears just running around.
Don't know. This must be like Alaska or something.
This
those
is
are definitely
amazing.
Grizzly bears. Yeah, look at this.
Well, Rob, I'm impressed with this. I think that Bingo would get some corrections if he was with some bears, but he loves to play. He plays nonstop, and he loves to play. Now, I'll tell you this much. I think the reason why we could adopt Bingo was because I don't know if you know this, but I got a very big role. Molly, can you show it's a new gangster movie. I want to show it to you.
Wow,
This is
congratulations.
thanks so much, Molly. Show Rob what there it was. It was already queued up there. There it is. That's me sitting in the chair. Hold 'em or fold 'em. That's me.
What?
So get ready.
What is this? That you look like such a badass.
Yeah, this is my kind of my whole new thing. It's kind of like Sopranos. It's but in the world of online underground poker playing. So that's
cool.
yeah. So I just want people to know it's a poster. We're starting work on it. It's going to be.
Is that
big.
Mike Myers behind you? Is that Mike Myers reprising his?
He's in the fat bastard role. Yeah,
fat bastard. Yeah. Wow, that looks like a great project.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it. We're just feeling really good about it. And by the way, it is starting as a game on your iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
I just want people to know
wow.
that's how we really start. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Wow, you look so cool. What's in your hand? Like, is that a phone or is that a
that's a phone
explosive?
flask. In one hand is a phone flask, so it's a flask that also is a phone. And then my other hand is a gun, and that's why I play poker. And I'll always threaten you. I'll say, "Hey, hold them or fold them, baby."
Yeah.
But look at all the money.
Man.
Like I have so much money.
You guys don't even play with chips. You don't even play with chips. You play with actual cash.
Yeah, because like who has the time to go out and buy those chips? I mean, they're expensive, and you got to like figure it out. Yeah,
That's
so
the problem. That's the problem with poker.
my issue ultimately, and this is a kind of a funny runner in the show, is because I do hold the gun in one hand and my flask in the other. I never have a chance to hold my cards. So I then have to like kind of awkwardly put down my gun and then pick up my cards, but then I drop my flask, and then I'm like, oh shit, and then I kind of put the I'm like, okay, hold on. I don't like that, so it's like but
wow.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, we should while I'm thinking about it, we should plug our road shows that we're doing.
Yes. We're going to be in Seattle and Portland on May 31st and June 1st at the Neptune Theater and at Revolution Hall. You can get tickets.
And then, to be clear, this is not just you and I doing this. This is an improv gang of murderers.
I mean, amazing. Yeah, Carl Tart, Phil Augusta Jackson, Seth Morris, Lily Sullivan, Lisa Gilroy, Seth Morris, Zooks. Yeah.
Owen Burke. Who else? Nicole Byer, right?
And Nicole Byer's only in Chicago.
In Chicago.
But that's our group right there for Seattle. Killer crew. And tickets are affordable, which is really nice. And as a matter of fact, I am going to sign some books afterwards. So my book will be out at that point. So it will be, I'll do a little signing out there if people would like.
If I come over after the show to like the book signing part, will you sign one for me?
No. Oh, if you buy a book full price, yeah.
No, but I mean, if I'm paying for my plane ticket, I'm flying up there and paying for my hotel. Can't you just like as a courtesy, like sign?
Rob, I got to pay for these books. I got to pay for these. By the way, not honestly, like I know we're doing a bit, not a joke. I have to pay. Like there's no books for me to give out, which is
really
hilarious. I've never seen a cheaper industry than
really.
I mean,
I would love
everyone's
to know
lovely
the behind the scenes. Now, will you do a proper book tour where you'll go to like Barnes and Noble and like indie bookstores? And
yes, as a matter of fact, those two stops are going to be officially on the book tour because we'll be in Seattle and I'm working with a local bookseller on Friday, so they'll be selling the books.
Wait. Now I'm starting to think that our improv group is. Our travel plans are because of your book tour.
It actually worked out quite nicely. I did not realize it in the moment. I was like, oh shit, I should sell books at those shows. But on the Sunday after that show, I'm going to be in San Francisco with Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He's going to be talking to me. And I'm going to be in New York at the Strand. I'm going to be at Brooklyn Brewery. I'm doing one event with Busy Phillips. I'm going to be in Chicago with Adam Pally. I'm going to be here in Los Angeles at Chevalier with Joel Kim Booster in June.
I think I made a mistake. I didn't mean to get us going.
Oh,
on the book.
Sorry. I mean,
shouldn't have even mentioned it. I shouldn't have brought it up.
I will also sign any AI knockoffs. If you bring me,
that's what I want. Okay, I'll do that. I'll bring. We got to do an update on that at some point.
I mean, there's some new ones. You got them, Molly?
We have one new one.
Oh, all right. Whoa, that looks just like you.
What is this called? Unveiling?
Unveiling Paul Scheer, a journey through comedy and creativity, breaking boundaries, the evolution of Paul Scheer's career.
Wow. Now this is I'm excited for this one. This one feels like it's really gonna pull it all together.
I would like to read that one. I can't wait to read that one. I'll read yours also, but Unveiling to me, like that's just the sweet spot for me. I love. I mean, this looks great. I know you put a ton of work into it.
That's the actual book. That's the actual book.
Great. I'm hearing great things about it, but for me personally, as a reader, you know me, I love to read.
Yeah.
Unveiling is just like it's calling my name.
Should I have changed it? I mean, look, I do look more and more like the Russian gangster I portray in Hold 'em, Fold 'em. And then, but you know what, Chicago Dinosaur, I'm not going to have the book at that point, but I'm going to be back at the Den, the same place where we are doing Chicago Dinosaur with Adam Pally. And I believe that we're going to make that event super cheap, very cheap, just so it's more of a fun hangout night.
Now, our improv shows with Dinosaur, did we sold out Chicago already? Is that
Chicago
correct?
Completely sold out. Portland and Seattle tickets are selling great. We're actually doing amazing. But
I saw that.
Tell your friends.
I'm a little bit nervous about the Seattle one because, as you know, my wife is from Seattle. My in-laws are there, and I'm worried that if my in-laws come to the show, it'll get dirty, and you guys will start, like jacking off on my shoes.
I mean, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. We're gonna humiliate you.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. I feel like for the Seattle shows, is there a way where I could kind of tell the improv group, hey, like, please don't, jack off on me or do anything like, distasteful. It's my in-laws and it's my wife's parents.
Sorry, Rob. I feel like Seattle's the one where everyone's gonna be really amped up. That's the one I feel like. That's the one that I feel like we're like. As somebody said, please don't jerk off on my family. I don't know. I can't promise you anything.
The one time in my life that my dad came to see me improvise I
was at that show in Georgetown.
Yeah. We went to Georgetown. My dad lived in Old Town Alexandria and came to the show. Huge line, no big deal. Sold out. We sold out that show. And my dad was the first person in line. Like he was waiting in line for like, this is before I knew you could bring someone in and, bring him to the green room. So my dad's sitting outside in Georgetown reading a book. He was reading a book called Time Is All We Have. I don't know what the book was about. But anyway, he's reading that book. I was so excited for my dad. My mom, I don't think ever saw me improvise. My dad comes in, he's sitting in the front row. And all I remember was being sexually assaulted by a donkey. I don't remember who the donkey was, who was portraying the donkey, but I remember like sucking off a donkey and then the donkey doing stuff to me. And I think
and here's the thing.
My dad just never talked about it.
I mean, back in the day, we don't really do those types of scenes anymore. But back in the day, there were a lot of those scenes. But I remember that so clearly because it was the first time I met your dad. And I was talking to him after the show. And your dad had just seen the movie Microcosmos, which was like this movie where they had like really like
Bug's Life. It might have been a Bug's Life.
Well, but this is like what he was like. This is what he was talking about because it was like Microcosmos is like it zooms in on real animals like living their life, and you can kind of see all this stuff. And your dad was pitching the idea like that's what you guys need to get into is like voicing over this. And I was like Bug's Life. And he's like, no, like he saw it differently.
Well, I don't think that he, no disrespect, my dad, RIP, but I don't think he knew about Bug's Life. I think he had seen that one, and then he just was obsessed with the idea. So yeah, for a while, for like about a year, he kept pitching me this movie. Like, you guys got to do this, where you there's like bugs, and they all have funny voices. You guys could do the voices. I was like, Dad, it's a fucking movie already. No, but you could do it different. I'm like, all right.
I always will remember that conversation. It made me laugh. And your dad was great. Your dad's such that story. And then and I didn't know that your mom never saw you do improv because I do think of your mom being so upset when you and I came back to New York to do a show. We were trying to figure out like a title for our show just to kind of do like a fun, we're back in New York. And we titled the show Paul and Rob are LA douchebags. And you got a pretty upset call from your mom.
My mom was a very like Southern lady, you know, and she really raised us with like a big emphasis on manners and like, you know, for years. I mean, I should probably still do this. Like when a woman would walk into a room, my mom would be like, "Stand up, boys, stand up." Like we had to stand up when a woman walked in the room, and you know, it was like a thing, like all my whole life. And she found out through fucking Facebook or something that we did a show called Paul and Robert LA Douchebags. Called me up. At this point I'm like 30 something years old in New York.
Yeah, you've already moved out to LA. You've already moved to LA.
Yeah.
So this is later on.
And she's like, "Do you like Paul and Robert LA douchebag?" Like she's like, "Do you know what a douchebag is? That is terrible." I was like, "Mom, a douchebag is like an asshole." And she was like, "No," like she didn't know it in that way. You know, she thought it was like
right.
A douche.
She knew it in the more clinical way. And talking about that. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is I love it. So good. By the way, people are asking about some of the shows. I haven't announced the book tour yet. That's why everyone's like, I didn't know there was a show here. I haven't announced it yet. I'm giving you, this is when you tune into this, you get the good goss. I haven't even officially said this out there, but the Portland and Seattle shows, those are on sale. You can get tickets right now to see Rob and I do improv with our amazing group. And we're going to hopefully do more of them because it's been so great to see people buying tickets for this stuff.
Live comedy, baby. It's back.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun. I got to, I just
listen,
really hope that no one tries to like, you know, do something dirty in Seattle.
You'll definitely be embarrassed in Seattle. As a matter of fact, I think we need to make sure that happens. Rob, I want to get your take on this. The Rock says the biggest mistake he ever made was endorsing Biden for president because it was divisive. And the one thing he doesn't want to do is be divisive. Your thoughts? This is for the documentary they're going to be putting on Netflix because they can now, I guess, take Twitch clips and put them into documentaries as we were on Quiet on the Set. So I'd like to hear your take on it right now.
And just to follow up on that, you told me that we were in some documentary. I have not seen it yet. It doesn't make we're not making fun of kids.
You, as a matter of fact, are not in it because it was one of the times that you were not around. So it was just me talking about Quiet on the Set. You've not watched Quiet on the Set?
Not yet. No.
Get ready.
I'm a little bit. Yeah. I've been trying to keep it positive. Well, honestly, Paul, I saw that clip of The Rock and I was upset by that because
me too.
In fact, I posted some shit about it. And
I didn't see that.
Like, oh yeah. Oh, well, this is on Threads where I knew The Rock would not see it. Not that the Rock does not care about me and what I say about him, but yeah, I had to fucking call him out. I think that's fucking bullshit. That's a billionaire who's trying to get a tax cut. And so I just went after him.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's like this thing of being like, I'm afraid to say anything so people don't come see my movies.
Yeah, well, it's
right.
Well, it's that, like, but it's also a couple things. He was promoting a couple things as he always is. No, you know, whatever. That's he can.
Now he's your buddy. I mean, you guys work together in Baywatch.
Yeah, for sure. He is a super nice guy, and I just thought that was a cowardly move to be like, and also, but really, it's not just being a coward, man. It's like it is at a certain level of wealth, in my opinion. They don't care anymore because they don't. It doesn't affect them at all. Like democracy could go away. He'll be fine. He will be fine. But so he was on Fox. To be clear, he was on Fox promoting his WrestleMania thing, which is fine, you know, whatever. Also, though, the UFL, the football league that he owns, is co-owned by Fox. So he's already in business with Fox. They are co-owners of that league, and some other billionaire owns it also. So he's in business with them and he's on their network promoting it. The guy asks him, "Are you going to endorse Biden again?" You can tell he's like, he didn't say he was going to vote for Trump. He's just saying
he
like, "Oh, I'm not
keeping
going to
it
be
private."
political.
Like, I feel very much like he would.
Yeah, it's just a cowardly move at a point in American history where I think it's important for people to realize the stakes of this. And, this is not funny or this is boring, whatever. I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said, but no, it was the USFL. Thank you. It's the UFL. They changed the name. It's the United Football League. They merged with some other league. But anyway,
Russ Clark, I saw what you wrote, and I'm interested in this, but I don't want to call you out for it. But Russ Clark wrote a really interesting thing in the chapter. But I will say this: what I had an issue with was, it's one thing to not endorse, right? Which is, look, what I think is so amazing about Taylor Swift is that she is somebody who has the courage of her convictions, regardless of how that affects her, underlying, but. It's one thing to not endorse anybody, but it's a weird thing to apologize in that way. Like, I'd rather him say nothing. To go like, that was weird. Because then when you start to say why it was weird, it's like, I don't like division. I don't like to have anything. And I understand it. Like, don't want to lose your wrestling fans. You don't want to like lose anything. But it's
he doesn't want to split his audience. Yeah, I mean, we're at a point where we've been at a point for years where you can easily split your audience in half and just cut, as we have, I'm sure. But
here's what I'll say: if The Rock thought that the reason why the Black Adam failed was because he endorsed Biden, you got another thing coming. If it was good, you would be fine. It wasn't good. Can we just admit that?
It's just, to me, that's why I thought that was disappointing. And again, look, anyone that's watching this that has different political views, you obviously feel far be it for me to tell you what to think. I just feel like, and again, I'm not saying anything new. The stakes of this election are so consequential for the country that I just thought it was a cowardly move. And it strikes me as someone that is just looking for a tax cut, as all these huge companies are. There are a lot of huge companies that are just like,
he could have simply
said, correct.
What happens in that voting booth is my issue. That's it.
Absolutely. And he has the power to do that. And a lot of people, if you did a press junket, you probably don't have, and I don't have the ability to say, hey, please, please, please don't ask me about this or this or this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of just have to like do it and hope that things go your way or whatever. Or figure out a way to answer.
Just to kind of drill it down, if we remember, The Rock didn't endorse Biden as much as he made a very cinematically lit video where he like essentially threatened to kick Donald Trump's ass. Do you remember that?
I don't even remember how it went down.
Molly, can you find that?
There was a point where he was going to run for president.
Well, they were taught, right? It was like he was on the cover of Rolling Stone, but he made a video that was like, I see you out there. It was like a wrestling promo to kick Donald Trump's ass. It wasn't like, I just, I ate a Biden Harris cookie. It was like, it wasn't like, it was, he went all in as like, I'm going to be the next presidential candidate. Pickle Raid. Pickle Raid. I don't know what the pickle raid is, but we're getting a pickle rig.
Oh yeah. Whatever. Yeah, that's all boring and whatever. But again, just a billionaire bowing down. He bent the knee. Like they all fucking do.
The knee. Yep. Pickle Raids. What's up, Pickles? Welcome to Thursdays with Rob and Paul. If you're just joining us right now, we are breaking down so much stuff. And you know what, Rob? This is a show about fashion. And I want to show you what I've been rocking because, I love social media. And when I love to get out in social media, I'm wearing
your neck, put your iPhone on it, and you can become a guy with a camera on his chest. This here is a smartphone magnetic neck strap holder, equipped with a strong magnetic ring that can securely hold your phone even with a case on. So whether you want to shoot vertically or horizontally, it's all possible. With the help of a stable aluminum alloy 3-axis support arm, you can easily view and adjust the position of your phone. It also features a widened neck loop made of flexible silicone material, so you won't feel tired even during long shooting sessions. Open up the motion mode on your iPhone and you'll be able to capture stable videos even with large movements. The included lanyard even prevents your phone from dropping. And with the help of this new accessory, you can conveniently switch to a sports camera as well. This is definitely the best accessory for POV and outdoor shooting. You can find it at the link below.
Wow. I like AI voiceover and AI scripts. You
What
can
I
become
love
a guy. You can become a guy with a camera around his neck.
You can be finally. You
Finally.
can become a guy like
guy.
no one has ever thought, I wish I was a guy with a camera around my neck.
By the way, that's a terrible angle. Just like shooting up your nose, like all just like
Just need my hands. I just need my hands in there. Is that a video or a promo for people who do like Rubik's Cube solves? Like, are those for cubers? You know, it's like that is one of my favorite things. Finally, you can become a guy with a camera around his neck. Finally, a guy with a camera around his dick. You'll get the perspective that no one else could possibly have.
I'm
Camera.
Telling my wife, I was like, I wish I could just get a camera around my neck. I want to be one of those guys.
Finally, you can have a camera hanging out of your butthole. That's right. This camera is lightweight and it comes with a lanyard. So when you shit, that camera will stay perfectly in place. Get ready. You're going to get the best shit POVs anyone's ever had.
Yeah. Hey, I may have to run in about a minute because
that's it. You got to go back. I got to go back.
I got to crack the whip on my family, you know, because after spring break, I feel like people really disrespected me in this family. I got to go back and just lay down the law and say, hey, you know what, family? I was in the garage for an hour and I'm back, and I will not be fucked with.
Don't lie, Rob. We all know that you're hosting OJ's wake. Who's in your house? Name the celebrity guest list.
Well, at OJ's funeral today, what we're gonna do? Well, I couldn't believe what they did. They did a one of those Viking funerals where they just build a big pyre, big pile of wood, and they
put him in a giant Hertz car, right?
They put him in a Hertz rental car, and then they just lit it on fire.
And then they took out the insurance, so that will be fine.
You know what was crazy though? For real, someone I should have sent this to Molly. The Heisman organization, the people that do the Heisman Trophy, legit put out like a very heartfelt thoughts and prayers for like one of the
NPR did too. NPR was like a legendary Hall of Famer. OJ Simpson passes away from cancer at 76. I'm like, I don't think the Hall of Famer is the real thing that makes him an interesting figure here. I think that he's changed the media landscape for good. Whether or not you think he's innocent or guilty, I wouldn't say that that's his defining characteristic anymore.
It's so bananas. I heard on CNN they were interviewing the helicopter pilot that was like chasing the Bronco, which, you know, I don't know how they had that guy ready to go. Like as soon as this is this morning on CNN.
That's the people who have to he was number 15 on the list. They're like, Kato, no.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner, no. Kris Jenner, no. Like, okay. It's like I remember when Phil Hartman was murdered.
Yeah.
They went live on the scene and they didn't know who to go to. And all of a sudden, Steve Guttenberg popped in and he's like, yeah, I live across the street. And it's like, I guess we're just going to interview Steve Guttenberg about this guy. It's the same thing like when Bill Cosby's son was killed on the side of a road when he was changing a tire. They went to Bill Cosby's apartment building. I always remember this on local ABC News. They walked into the apartment building and it was the same apartment building that Ashford and Simpson, this musical duo, lived in. And they got them kind of going into their apartment. And it's like, what do you think about this person who lived in your building who died? And it's like, terrible. It's awful. It's like
Ashford and Simpson did they sing Reunited and it feels so good. I could be wrong about that. All right,
well,
I gotta go.
Top that.
I'm so glad to see you, Paul.
Great to see you.
I'm very excited about these improv shows we're doing.
We're going to be at the Largo on 420 in Los Angeles. So 420 at the Largo, sold out in Chicago. My book tour is being announced soon, but then we're going to be in Seattle and Portland on May 31st and June 1st. You can get all this information and more at my website or howdidthisgetmade.com. and you get ticket links right there. So go get tickets. Come see it.
Come see us, you weirdos. All right, great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you. I'm going to stick on for a second because I want to see check out all these pickle people.
Great.
Molly, I know we started off talking about the LeBrons. I'm still thinking about it, but was there anything else that I sent you, Molly, that we didn't get into? And yes, I know that we're doing a 4:20 show at the Largo. It's not going to be a getting high show. It's not going to be anything like that. Oh my gosh, we did run out of time for Who's the Boss. For those of you keeping track, I boldly picked Banu, not Bono, but Banu as my Survivor winner for this season of Survivor. I was sadly mistaken. Sorry. So now I'm on tribalcouncil.com. And it's anything can happen, especially after what happened last night. But I won't spoil that because I know many people haven't watched it. What else do I want to say? People, you're going to be seeing a lot of me. I'm doing a lot of press for the book, which comes out May 21st. You can pre-order it now. We're getting all the postcards out as we speak. I mailed out postcards in London. We're going to mail out some postcards for Ireland and also a bunch of postcards for Canada. We're just trying to find how to get Canadian stamps here in the States. Does anyone know? Oh my gosh. Traders show. I want to get into Traders just for a second because I don't know who's watching Traders. Phaedra didn't understand the game. How dumb is Phaedra? She didn't get the game that she was on. And in the reunion show, she's pissed off that someone lied to her. Yeah, that's the game. And you were a traitor. But those housewives, I love them greatly, played Traders so dumb. There are moments in the Traders season 2 American edition where a housewife would sit next to another housewife and be like, now don't lie to me. Are you a traitor? And then the Phaedra, the traitor, was like, I am not. And she's like, I asked her. She said no. I'm like, we're on a game show. The game show's premise is to lie. They didn't understand the assignment. So while I enjoyed season 2, I need more game players on there. And you know what? Honestly, I like traders with civilians. That's why I love Australian traders, where you have a guy who just is an electrician and needs the cash. The same thing for the UK one. I mean, I don't know if they're celebrities. I don't think that they are. I know they probably all want to be social media celebrities, but like, give me the magicians. Give me the person who wants to be the presenter. I want less famous people and more people willing to play the game. And I got to tell you, a little irritated about Survivor right now, too. I feel like these people are too nice. Q, he got it. All right, that's all my I didn't do US either, and then I got into season 2. Australia is the best. Well, UK is the best overall. Australia is unbelievable, but you have to be a fan, I think, to really enjoy Australia. And there's a New Zealand version now. Australia has been canceled. People, I could talk about traders all the time, but I don't know if you want me to talk about traders all the time. Okay. What else do I want to talk about with you? I feel like there's a couple more things. Australia season 2 traders, best ending of a reality show ever. And I mean, maybe we should do like a spoiler episode of like just sit here and just gossip about it. I would love to get into traders. I talked about it on Garbage Sesh. Danielle and I broke down a lot of different issues there. Let me tell you what I have here. Let me tell you, I got one other thing I want to show you. Oh, I know people have been asking if I'll go around the world, not around the world, if I'll go to like different countries to sign the book. I want to. There's a real weird thing where I made a book and it's released in America. I really had to fight to get it released in the UK, but we're doing a event, a worldwide event on May 22nd. That's a day after the book is released. And if you're not going to be in any of the cities I just mentioned, you can sign up there and I will be doing a live virtual signing. So you will get a signed book and a special chat with me. You can ask me questions. It's going to be fun. I think it's $35 all in. And I think the book is like $29. Now, let me tell you this. I don't get a cut of this book. I don't know when I would ever see money back from the book. So I can't lower the price. I can't do anything like that. But for $35, you get an hour and a half long fun thing. You get a book and you get some questions out there. So that's what you got. So that's that. Any other questions in the chat? I'll take a look at more. I'll take a couple more questions from everybody because I'm having fun and it's a great show so far. Is it a great show? I'm having fun. I broke down the LeBrons. We broke down Rambo. Molly, can we watch just a second more of this Rambo show? Because I may want to just add some more context to it. If you're coming in late, I am going back through my childhood, and I'm looking at some things that I watch. And this Rambo show, do we have it still? If we don't have it, don't worry about it. That's fine. Wait, there's a Police Academy cartoon as well? All right, well, maybe we got to figure out what that is. All right, so people are saying the Rambo cartoon was basically G.I. Joe. Best food I ate during the recent tour. It's a good question. I believe the best thing I had was a chocolate crepe in France. It really was. It redefined what a crepe is to me. That was amazing. And then what I love to do when I'm in Europe is get myself some Haribos. And they had some great Haribo in the UK. I had an egg Haribo. It looks like a little egg with like a little fried egg, and it was amazing. I'll tell you this much. I talked to these two gentlemen. They are twins. They play jazz music together. And they taught me how to eat Haribo the correct way. And they said that Haribo needs to be refrigerated. If you don't know what Haribo is, it's like gummy bears. They invented gummy bears. They said you need to put it in the fridge and you need to let it chill for at least 24 hours. And then you take it out of the fridge. You let it like come back to life for about 10 minutes and then you go to town. And I thought that was a stupid idea. I was like, I'm not putting Haribo in the fridge. Put it in the fridge. Took it out 10 minutes before I wanted to eat it. It is the best consistency for Haribo. It is so good. Wait, the entire town, is Haribo a town? I thought it was like a guy's name. I want to see where Haribo is made.
Traditionally, Haribo is located in Bonn, Germany. So the BO stands for Bonn. And I think
so
Harry is the last name of the original person, I believe.
Oh, wow.
I've been to the Haribo factory and the Jelly Belly factory.
The Jelly Belly factory is in Bonn too?
No, the Jelly Belly factory is like in Vacaville, California.
Okay. Well, I gotta go to the Jelly Belly. I would like to see
that.
Dude.
You get all the like flops, all the like messed up like jelly.
I like that.
Yeah, those are the best. And, for real cheap. And you can taste. I went when I was a child, but you can taste a jelly bean fresh off the line, and it's like.
Ooh, like a hot jelly bean?
Yeah, dude.
I like a hot jelly bean. By the way, the idea of the Haribo in the fridge is to make them fresher.
Oh.
So that I guess is part of the thing that my friends taught me. They are the hosts of a show called Sweet Talk, and it's only about candy that Martin Starr is producing. And I'll tell you more about them as that comes forward. Cadbury World, is that out here?
No, that must be in the UK. I believe this.
Oh, right, because Cadbury, yeah.
UK. I would absolutely die. I mean, I would love it. It would be phenomenal. It'd be a great way to go out.
I think Kristen Bell told this story on Late Night Show that for Dax's birthday, they both love Hawaiian rolls. Those I don't know if that's specifically a Hawaiian King or King Hawaiian rolls, those like rolls. Mm-hmm. They love them. And for Dak's birthday, she managed to get him into the factory to have Hawaiian rolls hot off the goddamn presses. And they had a big vat of butter, and they could just put the butter on there and ate those Hawaiian rolls. And apparently it was the best thing ever.
That sounds amazing because those things are great. Cold as hell, warmed up. Fuck,
so good. I mean, I love it. Now, let me tell you this. Traveling with my kids, I love traveling with them. They're actually amazing travelers. like I said, they have very specific wants and needs for food, but they will make do with whatever they have. Now, on our plane ride back to the States, the choices of food, not great.
Mm-hmm.
Delta, I love to fly you, but your selections of food were not that great. I'm used to getting the John and Vinny's on the New York to LA flight. This just was lacking. So I was asleep because I was sick. I got a stomach bug right at the end. My son gave it to me.
Are you okay?
And I was asleep. What?
Are you crying about that, Paul?
I was about to cry. I was about to cry about it.
Oh.
I was asleep, and they had kind of served us both food. My son is so capable of just doing whatever he wants to do. And again, we're on a plane. He's not going anywhere. And I wake up and I look over at him, and I'm like, oh, he hasn't eaten anything, but yet he looks like he's eating. And I see what he's been doing, which is putting his finger in the butter, just taking and just eating butter. And I'm like, Twanch, you're eating butter. Like I thought he thought, oh, maybe it's like ice cream. He's like, I know. I'm like, you know? He's like, it's delicious. And my son is eating butter by the fingerful. And at a certain point, I didn't know what I couldn't stop him. I was like, you know what? There's nothing else on that thing for you to eat. You're just going to eat butter. I don't know if that's bad, but I let him do it.
Listen, he's got to eat something. And if it's butter, then fine.
And you're right. It's foreign butter. It wasn't like he was having Land O'Lakes. No offense to Land O'Lakes, but it was foreign butter. And foreign butter does hit different. I agree with that.
I do that with peanut butter, just a big spoonful of peanut butter.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's the best. Yeah. That's the best treat of all time. I mean, that's the other thing too is sugar packets. Somebody's talking about sugar packets. I did that as a kid. Fozzie Bear in the Great Muppet Caper took a bunch of sugar packets and poured them into a glass of water and stirred them up for like his own soda. I did that. It was great. Right? I mean, it didn't melt. You'd have to really do it with Splenda, I think, to really get the real flavor of it.
No. Splenda doesn't melt. Sugar melts.
No, it doesn't. Molly.
Yes,
you got to use Splenda in iced coffee. You can't, because if you put regular sugar in an iced drink, it's not, you'll see it right on the bottom. Who's with me on this?
No, I think it's because you're putting it in a cold coffee. Where am I from?
Where did you get from? Yeah, cold coffee.
Well, I do have to tell you, I got a weird text message this week, and I thought it was spam. And it said like, oh, we found this recording of J. Frank Sullivan and Helen Sullivan. And I'm like, what? Like, you got to download this app. This is your order number, whatever. And I'm like, what the hell? I text my brother and he goes, oh, yeah, that's Uncle Bob. And they found recordings of my great grandparents because they ran a radio school, and the accents are amazing. Like, it's so good.
I need to hear this. I love that. By the way, Molly, you are wrong. It says sugar only melts in heat, which is why there's a delightful sandbar of sugar at the bottom of a cereal bowl.
No. So then I am right.
No, I'm saying that sugar only melts in heat. You can't put it. You put sugar in coffee and it will melt. You can't put sugar in ice. Hot coffee. Yes.
But I don't think the Splenda will melt in cold coffee.
Yes, believe me, I've tried. This is what I hate Splenda, but when I want it sweetened up, that's why now I've switched to simple syrups.
That's clever.
Yes.
Okay, I do have a little. If you want to hear this, it is not seasonally appropriate, but it is fun.
All right.
Can you hear that? That's let me skip ahead. That's not anyone I know.
This is amazing. I'm feeling I'm like listening to like Singing in the Rain. Like they got a great voice.
I'm like, Paul, I was listening to this and like crying. These are people I've never met before, but like just like they're in radio. I just felt so connected to them. It's Christmas themed. Okay, let's hear my great grandparents. Oh, the recording's kind of poor.
Oh yeah.
Has started mentioning names of good little girls.
Okay, try and guess where they're from.
Why, I'm going to add another.
That's my great grandma.
New Hampshire.
Marguerite.
That's my grandma. He's talking about my grandma.
Recordings 5 and 6 are also ads. One during the news flashes,
not New Hampshire.
And the other spot I have
Close.
is at the end of the commentator on the sports review program.
Boston.
No.
Well, Pat, I guess this ends another Thanksgiving day. It's time for us to be going home.
Maine.
So,
This is my great grandmother.
I'm going to tell you I love you a lot. And say goodnight now. And let Mother.
I love this.
Somebody's
Rhode Island.
Yep.
We still
Providence.
have about
That's it. Okay, that's what I meant when I said New Hampshire.
on the record.
Yeah. Same.
So here's Mother. And good night, sweetheart. I love you.
I love you too, darling. This is my last
Oh.
opportunity to say to you, good night, little love. Pleasant dreams.
I love this. And by the way, we just made history, Molly, as America's #1 publicly broadcast Zoom call. We like, there it is. This is like we've played.
It's about 20.
Okay, so I went down this deep rabbit hole because
Yeah.
I knew that they ran like this radio school in Providence.
Okay.
This is from 1940.
Were they
And
on the radio, or they just ran a school for radio?
They were on the radio. So there was
Okay.
they ran the school, and then they also had like local news and such.
Yeah.
So Daisy Barksdale says that they want to hear Howard Stern's parents' tapes.
Well, those are always great. Shut up.
Well,
sit down.
And I played this for my boyfriend. He said, "Oh, you got to play for Paul because it reminded him of Howard Stern's parents."
I mean,
call."
that's exactly it. Yeah.
I just was so like it really. I don't know. I did meet my great grandmother, the one who speaks at the end.
Right.
She lived.
She's got a
to
great
like,
voice.
Isn't that phenomenal? She lived to
Yeah.
like 106 or something like that.
Whoa.
Just so sweet. I mean, there's some other like really fun Santa Claus stuff. So when Christmas comes around, I'll play that for you then. Too.
I love this. I love getting a little look into your family history.
Listen.
That is amazing. Wait, there was something I was going to say. You were talking about what was it now?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Sugar.
We got a lot of coffee, sugar. Oh, so I bought myself an espresso machine. And I was so excited. And Molly, I tell you, I've tried this now multiple times. What's coming out of it tastes nothing like and I'm supposed to pronounce it differently, right? It's like
it's espresso.
Espresso.
Espresso. Yeah, you got it.
It tastes nothing like espresso.
Huh.
And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And
Are
I
you-
need to figure it out. I am completely
Are you
I'm
tamping
grinding-
it down?
I'm grinding beans. I'm tamping it down. I made it. June's like, that tastes nothing like espresso.
Listen, I mean, controversial. I don't think espresso tastes good at all. Anyhow.
Well, you know what I do?
What?
I mean, this is my drink of choice. It's gonna gross you out, but I had it in San Francisco and it's changed my life.
Butter.
Butter. Yeah, you take a glass, you put some ice in it, you
Mhm.
fill that glass up with tonic water. Then you take a little shot of a espresso, you pour it over the tonic water, it comes into the tonic water, and then you give it a splash of OJ. Whoa, that's a drink.
Whoa. I don't mean to make this all about me, but
Yeah.
when the war happened or World War II,
Yeah.
because my grandparents had this like radio school,
Yeah.
they had property that was and they had like all these connections. And there's a popular drink, I think it's a state drink of Rhode Island, coffee cabinet, which is like coffee syrup that you just put in milk or ice cream or whatever. And so the recipe, they didn't want to be lost in case there were like bombings and such.
Yeah.
So there were 2 copies of the recipe, one of which was in a coffee can buried in my grandparents' yard, just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. What was the name of the radio school? I believe it was Rhode Island Radio School, RIRS. And it has there was a really poor review of it in some other paper.
Please pull that review. I want to get into that. I want to figure out what is going on there. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. Oh my gosh. I love these like things. I remember when I was cleaning up my grandfather's desk. Like I love to see what they keep. And the one thing I still have from my great grandfather is a nudie pen. So it's like a regular pen, and you turn it upside down, and the girl like loses her dress. And I love that stayed in the desk for such a long time. All right, I'm going to find out some ways to make espresso. I hear it's about the water. I hear it's about the beans. We're going to have to see it. Molly, a pleasure. We'll talk soon.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.